My friends, it looks like I've received another care package. It's from MecPow. It says MMA 120 welding machine. So that means it's a stick welder. Let's see what we've got here. I've never seen one this small. I mean, the last one I received was pretty tiny, but this one's really small. Oh, this is a welding mask. Don't think we'll be using that. And what else is in this package? There's something a little heavy. Oh, it's the lens for this. It's the lens for this mask. Again, I don't think I'll be using that. Probably won't be using this either. So I'll put these parts back in the box because, as I said, I don't think we'll be interested in that. We're interested in the welder, the leads, and what this thing can do. And it's a tiny package, really tiny. I like the fact that it's tiny. Let's see if it can do anything. It's got a heavy cord on it, so it's probably okay. So it looks like it's pretty straightforward. Since these leads look like they could go in either direction. I'm fairly sure the ground goes in the negative, but I'm not positive of it, so I'll look it up and just to make sure. Well, they show the electrode going in the left here and the ground going in the right, and that's what I would have done had I not found it. Now this is very, very short. So there's your ground. There's your, that's pretty stout, so that's not bad. That'll hold the electrode pretty well. This ground, let's see how, I'll be honest, the ground's kind of weak. It's all right, it'll be fine. It's probably all you need, but if I were upgrading anything, I'd probably upgrade this ground. So that's really all there is to it. Let's just get us something to weld and let's test it out. Well, my friends, I've got a piece of farm equipment here. It's a piece off of a sickle bar. JR bought a new piece, so this one's really of no value. Won't matter if I ruin it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and weld this back together. It's missing a little chunk out of it, but there's a part there that I can weld, so I'm going to try welding that part. I'm going to use a 70-18 rod. Now, I'm not good with 70-18 rod. I'll just tell you right up front. The reason I say that is I just can't keep a good arc with it ordinarily. 60-11, 60-13, no problem. But 70-18, it just doesn't work for me. But it's stronger, so if this works, I want to use a stronger rod. So that's why I'm using that. So this is no reflection on the welder if I can't hold an arc with this. I'm going to turn this up to 100 and we're going to see how it goes. Here we go. So I'm turning it up to 110. Yeah, I don't know if there's something wrong with these rods or what, but I can't get those 70-18s to do anything. So I'm going to go to a 60-11 here. I'm going to set it on 95 with the 60-11 and see if I can weld with that. that did a nice job. We'll turn that over and see if we can weld the other side. There you go. I think it did a nice job. Okay, we turned it off. Took a few seconds for the fan to kick off. That's fine. That looks like it did a nice job, honestly. Now, keep in mind, I told you there's a piece missing. I didn't worry about that right now. We'll fill that in later. It looks like it did a really nice job welding that, actually. Hopefully you can see that. So now I'm going to see if I can find me a piece of steel. We'll grind this out and we'll put a piece of steel in here and fill this in. I think that's going to work just fine. Okay, I made a little filler piece there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's a little tiny filler piece right there. And anyway, I'm just kind of holding it in place. We're going to weld that up now and see how well that all works. I'm going to turn it down a little bit and see if I can fill in a little bit of a gap. Turning it down to 80. I had it on 95. I think I'll put this in the vise. I'm going to weld on the edge to see if I can fill in a little bit of an edge hole here. Let me do some grinding on that, and well, before I do the grinding, I'll go ahead and just clean it off and let you see. It's not the best weld that you'll ever come across, but I believe it'll hold. And we can clean that up now, and I don't even think you'd be able to tell it happened. So I thought I'd show you what the final product looks like. You know, it's not great, but it's certainly better than a big old hole in the middle of it and, you know, missing. I would say that'll probably hold up just fine, actually. Looks to me like where his problem was right here. It looks like something's been hitting right there and probably broke it. So he'll have to figure that out and figure out what's causing that problem. But I don't think this will break again. I think it did just fine. So I think the little MecPow MMA 120 welder does a fine job. I really have no complaints with it at all. You know, the accessories that come with it, they're not for me. They might work out for you. If you don't have anything, they would probably be fine. The only other thing I'd probably do is I'd probably upgrade this ground clamp, because ground is really, really important. This will get you by for a long time, so you're just fine with this. But just so you know, that would be my recommendation. I think it's a great little welder. I hope you've enjoyed this review.